Let me ask you something. How many of you have ever looked around and felt like others are getting ahead faster, doing better, or living the kind of life you dream about? I know I've been there. It's easy to get caught up in what everyone else is doing. The moment you start measuring your life against theirs, you lose focus on your own journey. And the truth is, that's exactly where most people go wrong. Imagine this: you are the architect of your own life, no one else. You have the power, you have the control. Every thought, every action, every choice you make is what shapes your destiny. And if you spend all your time comparing your progress to someone else's, you're allowing their blueprint to define your life. That's a tragedy. Why? Because you're not them, and they're not you. You were given a unique combination of strengths, experiences, and talents that no one else on this planet has. Comparison is a thief. It steals your joy, your motivation, and your peace. The moment you start looking at someone else's success, you stop appreciating your own progress. You begin to doubt yourself. You begin to feel less than, and if you're always measuring your success by someone else's ruler, you'll never feel successful enough. It's a never-ending race, and trust me, it's a race you'll never win. You see, the key to true fulfillment is in mastering your own mind. The thoughts you think will shape your life more than anything else. If you're constantly thinking about how much better someone else is or how much farther ahead they are, that will become your reality. Your thoughts create your feelings, and your feelings dictate your actions. So if you want a different result, you have to change the way you think. Focus on your own growth. If you want to become the best version of yourself, it starts with making a commitment to yourself that no matter what, you will put your energy into you. You will stay true to your path. You will keep pushing forward, even when it feels slow, even when the world around you seems to be accelerating. Because here's the secret: time and energy spent on others' lives is time and energy you're not investing in your own potential. You have a purpose that's different from anyone else's. The greatest gift you can give yourself in the world is to follow that purpose with all your heart, to run your race at your pace, to believe in the beauty of your own process. Because when you stay focused on your journey, you will see the miracles unfold in your life. You'll see the progress that's impossible to notice when you're busy checking someone else's results. Think about where you're putting your energy right now. The truth is, we all have a limited amount of energy to invest each day. You wake up with a certain amount of mental focus, emotional capacity, and physical stamina. Where you choose to direct that energy will determine the quality of your life. And yet, far too many people spend their energy looking outward, focusing on the achievements, the lives, the opinions of others. They get caught in the trap of comparing their progress, their success, and even their worth to others. The problem with this is simple: you can't grow by focusing on someone else's growth. You're not them, and they're not you. The moment you start measuring your life against another person's, you lose sight of your own unique potential. You're shifting your focus away from the things you can control: your thoughts, your actions, your decisions, and giving that power to someone else. And when you do that, you start to feel drained, disconnected, and uncertain about your own path. It's like trying to drive a car while looking out the window at the car in the lane next to you. You'll start veering off course, missing exits, or even getting lost. You might think it's harmless at first, just to glance at what others are doing. A quick check on where they're at in their journey, but over time, that small shift in focus can take you off track, leading you further from your own destination. You stop paying attention to your own wheel, your own road, and suddenly you're lost in someone else's world. What happens when you focus only on yourself and your own journey is profound. You stop measuring your success based on someone else's timeline. You realize that you are in charge of your own growth and that there is no one-size-fits-all formula for success. Your path is yours, and it's not meant to look like anyone else's. When you focus on what's within your control, your mindset, your discipline, your actions, you start to move forward in ways that are authentic to you. Focusing on yourself allows you to tap into the power of your own potential. Instead of asking, why them, not me, you ask, what can I do today to move closer to my goals? This shift in mindset opens up limitless possibilities, because when you take your attention off others and invest it in your own growth, you start creating the life you were meant to live. You are the architect of your own life. That's the most powerful truth you can embrace. Every decision you make, every thought you entertain, and every action you take is part of the design of your future. You are not a passive participant in your life, waiting for circumstances or other people to shape your destiny. You are the one holding the blueprint, the one making the plans, and the one with the power to bring them to life. The key to unlocking your true potential lies in this simple fact: you have control. You might not control every circumstance that comes your way, no one does, but you always have control over your response, your attitude, and your actions. Every time you face a challenge or an obstacle, you have a choice. You can either let it define you, or you can define yourself by how you choose to respond. The way you navigate life's ups and downs is where your true power lies. When you fully accept that you are the architect, it means understanding that the foundation of your life is built on the decisions you make each day. From the moment you wake up, you are deciding what your day will look like. You choose what you focus on, what you prioritize, and what actions you will take. You choose how to react to the events that unfold around you, how to engage with the people in your life, and how to invest your time. The outcome of your life is determined by these daily choices, not by someone else's decisions or what the world says you should do. But here's the thing, the more you take responsibility for the direction of your life, the more empowered you become. You stop waiting for permission, for validation, or for the perfect moment. You realize that success doesn't come from the outside in, but from the inside out. It's the result of your willingness to step into your power and take deliberate action toward your vision, no matter what anyone else is doing. Your life doesn't have to look like anyone else's. The blueprint you're holding in your hands is yours and yours alone. It's shaped by your values, your passions, and your purpose. When you choose to take full ownership of that blueprint, you stop waiting for things to happen to you. You make them happen. You begin to design a life that aligns with who you truly are, not who others expect you to be. Comparison is the thief of joy. It's a phrase we've all heard, but its truth runs much deeper than we might realize. Every time you compare yourself to someone else, you step away from your own power. You start measuring your value, your worth, and your progress based on a standard that was never meant for you. The moment you shift your focus to someone else's achievements, you lose sight of your own journey and the unique path you're on. And when that happens, you start to feel inadequate, frustrated, and disconnected from the very essence of who you are. It's easy to get trapped in the cycle of comparison, especially in the world we live in today, where everyone's life is broadcasted on social media. We see success stories, highlight reels, and seemingly perfect moments from other people, and without even realizing it, we start to ask ourselves, why not me? The problem is that we're comparing their best moments with our behind the scenes. We're seeing only their successes, but not the struggles they face to get there, the setbacks, the hard work, and the sacrifices. Comparison doesn't give us the full picture, it distorts it, and in doing so, it blinds us to our own growth and progress. When you compare yourself to others, you measure your life against someone else's timeline. And that's dangerous. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that if you're not where someone else is by a certain age, or if you haven't achieved the same milestones, you're somehow falling short. But the truth is, we are all on different timelines. We each have different experiences, different lessons to learn, and different goals to pursue. Your success doesn't look like anyone else's, and that's something to celebrate, not regret. The more you compare, the less you appreciate. Every time you look at someone else's accomplishments, you chip away at your own sense of worth. You begin to downplay your own achievements, no matter how significant they may be. And the longer you allow this cycle of comparison to control your thoughts, the more it robs you of the confidence and belief in yourself that you need to move forward. Instead of measuring your life by someone else's scale, measure it by your own growth. Ask yourself, am I better than I was yesterday? Celebrate your small wins. Embrace the progress you're making, no matter how incremental it may seem. By taking your attention off others and focusing on your own journey, you reclaim the joy and satisfaction that comes from knowing you are exactly where you need to be. To create an extraordinary life, you first have to master your mind. The thoughts you think are the foundation for everything that happens in your life. They shape your actions, they shape your emotions, and ultimately they shape your reality. If you allow your mind to wander aimlessly, to get caught up in negativity, fear, or self-doubt, you will create a life that reflects those very things. But if you choose to direct your thoughts toward empowerment, growth, and possibility, you will see that your life starts to reflect the same. The mind is incredibly powerful. It's the lens through which you experience the world. If your internal dialogue is dominated by limiting beliefs and doubts, your actions will align with that mindset and your results will reflect it. You will hesitate to take risks. You will second-guess your decisions, and you will hold yourself back from reaching your full potential. The power to achieve anything lies within the thoughts you choose to cultivate. If you can master your mind, you can master your life. One of the most profound shifts you can make is realizing that your thoughts don't control you, you control them. Too often, people let their thoughts run unchecked. They believe every negative thought is true, every fear is justified, and every moment of doubt is a sign to stop. But that's simply not the case. Thoughts are just that, thoughts. They are not facts. They are not permanent. And they do not have to dictate your life unless you allow them to. The moment you take control of your thinking, you take control of your destiny. It's all about shifting your mindset from one of limitation to one of possibility. When you begin to see obstacles as opportunities for growth, when you start viewing challenges as stepping stones rather than setbacks, you change the way you approach life. You stop running from difficulty and instead you run toward it, knowing that it's through overcoming challenges that you become stronger, wiser, and more resilient. The key to mastering your mind is consistent, conscious practice. It's about catching those negative thoughts and choosing to replace them with empowering ones. Every time fear creeps in, replace it with faith in your ability to overcome. Every time doubt arises, replace it with confidence in your capacity to learn and grow. It's not about eliminating negative thoughts entirely, it's about recognizing them, questioning them, and then consciously deciding to move forward anyway. When you take control of your thoughts, you open up a world of possibility. You start seeing opportunities instead of obstacles, solutions instead of problems, and potential instead of limitations. The more you practice this, the more your life transforms. You become unstoppable because you realize that nothing, no circumstance, no setback, no challenge can defeat you unless you allow it to. Your journey is yours and yours alone, and it's important to embrace it fully. The world often tells us to follow a prescribed path, to adhere to certain timelines, or to measure success in ways that are dictated by external standards. But the truth is, every individual's path is unique, and the beauty of life lies in finding and walking your own. There is no one-size-fits-all formula for success, and there's no one else who can walk your path with the same experience, passion, and purpose that you can. When you embrace your unique journey, you allow yourself the freedom to live authentically and to create a life that aligns with who you truly are. Too many people spend their lives trying to fit into a mold, constantly comparing themselves to others and measuring their worth by external markers of success. They look at someone else's achievements and think, I should be there too, or I should have done that by now. But when you focus on your own journey, you stop looking at other people's timelines and start valuing your own progress. Success isn't about reaching the same place as everyone else, it's about realizing your full potential in your own time and on your own terms. This isn't to say that you won't face challenges or setbacks. In fact, embracing your journey means accepting that life will have its ups and downs, and that those moments of difficulty are all part of your growth. Every obstacle you encounter is a chance to learn more about yourself, to test your resilience, and to develop the strength and wisdom that will propel you forward. Your journey is about continuously evolving, about learning from every experience, and about becoming the person you were always meant to be. When you focus on your own journey, you stop feeling the need to compete with others. You understand that their success doesn't diminish yours. You begin to see their wins as inspiration, not as something to feel inferior to. There's no need to compare when you realize that your purpose and your path are entirely different from theirs. What they're doing is not what you're meant to do, and what you're doing is not for anyone else but you. The power of embracing your unique journey lies in the deep sense of fulfillment it brings. You stop feeling like you have to measure up to anyone else's expectations, and instead you focus on creating a life that reflects your values, your desires, and your passions. This is how you create true success, by walking your path with confidence, by trusting that every step you take is a part of your story. You are the author of your own life, and your journey is what makes you extraordinary. So here's the bottom line: the only way to create a life of true fulfillment and success is to stop looking at others and start focusing on yourself. You are the architect of your own life. Your path is uniquely yours, and only you have the power to shape it. Every choice you make, every thought you think, and every action you take is a brushstroke on the canvas of your future. Stop comparing yourself to others. Their journey has nothing to do with yours. Their successes don't take away from your potential. Their timelines are not your timelines. Instead, ask yourself, what do I want? What do I need to do today to move closer to my goals? Master your mind. When you take control of your thoughts, you take control of your reality. Your mind is your most powerful tool, and when you harness it, there is nothing you can't achieve. You are capable of far more than you realize when you focus on what you want. You'll find the strength to push past fear, doubt, and resistance. And above all, embrace your unique journey. It's not about being better than someone else, it's about being the best version of yourself. Your potential is infinite when you stop looking sideways and start looking inward. The life you want is waiting for you to claim it. The time to start is now. So take the wheel, own your story, focus on your growth, and watch how your life transforms. You've got everything you need to create something extraordinary. The question is, will you start today? Will you choose to focus on yourself and make today the day your journey truly begins? Because the power to create your future is already in your hands. It always has been. Now go out and build the life you were meant to live.